Wake up, stupid!
You are now tuned in to the Mindless Morning Show. Here are your hosts, Nick and Josh.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to the Mindless Morning Show. It's another Wednesday. It's another episode. I hope you guys have had a great week, and I hope you all had a great weekend despite how crappy and weird 2020 is. And that's actually what we're going to talk about today is COVID-19.
Our pandemic special.
Okay, yeah. So, that being said, this episode is obviously going to be about that. And we're not going to be like depressing and sad. We know it has really fucked up families and it's been traumatizing for a lot of people. And we're not going to, disrespect anybody, but we're going to talk about the funny things that have kind of come out of it as far as mask designs. There's a lot of things that are kind of, in between the lines of what this has been for all of us, like as a global community, which we're not really much of a global community, but So, but as always, we will start off with our noteworthies for the week. Now, those of you that are just joining, noteworthies are something that happened in between last episode and this episode that usually isn't really that big of a deal, but for our boring ass lives, we're going to talk about it briefly. I'm going to start. And I noticed...
Wait.
What?
Before we get started, I have to point this out because this is really funny to me.
Okay.
You're wearing the exact same shirt. As you did last time.
I am. And I know.
I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this is the same. So once again, guys, YouTube, man, that's where it's at. If y'all want to see the stupid shit that will see what I mean. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
See
it's
the
week
to week of Nick wearing the exact same clothes.
The same shirt over and over.
Hey, if it's comfy, it shows the tattoo really nicely, though.
Well, these are like all I wear. I just pretty much just wear these because they're comfortable. I'm in my house. They're comfy, so I wear them. And I have like 8 of them. And okay, this is gonna sound really shitty. I don't do my own laundry, but it's not like a god damn it. I work. I'm always at work, okay, and my wonderful, beautiful wife, she just does it when I'm at work. Like that's just part of her day, like doing the laundry, whatever.
Wait, you mean you got one of those magical hampers? You throw dirty clothes in and like just magically disappears?
Dude, it's beautiful, and it works with almost everything. I'll steal shit, I'll knock stuff over, and I'll do all of these things, and then I come back later, boom, pristine.
Dude, I used to think it was just my house. I thought there was something weird going on there, but
no, man. It for some reason it's like only a thing if you're like with a significant other. Like it's like the fairy or whatever it is doesn't actually. It works if you have somebody else you're living with.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Yeah. So it's pretty great. But yeah, so this is the same shirt. But the way it works is when things get put on my side of the closet, they get put, I don't know, I just grab one. I don't even look.
You know what this means though? So like for every thumbnail, like from now on, you're going to have to wear the exact same shirt. So that the thumbnail is the same for you every time.
Yeah, they'd be like, this is weird. Like, is Josh just talking to like a fictitious person that has
he's got programmed AI on this guy's face. He's talking to himself.
Yeah. And he talks a lot too. This is impressive. Impressive.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, god dang. Now I gotta wear the same shirt every time. We'll see. I won't plan it. I really won't. I'll just grab one. And if I grab it, I'll wear it. If I grab a different one, I'll be like, and then that'll be like Surprise us, yeah. What I show up on one show and I got like a big ass Eskimo jacket. Hey, it's like,
we should have our viewers vote. What do you want us to wear?
Oh, duh, that's a scary game to play right there, man. 'Cause it's gonna be
I'd play it. Whatever y'all want me to wear, let me know.
All right, there you go. now, what is that like? I immediately thought undergarments. They're gonna be like, where?
So like, it's got to be YouTube appropriate. I got to still be able to post it, you know.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Very nice.
The and that was a good movie too. The Borat one. You were laughing.
You see the new one?
It was good. I haven't seen it yet. We will see it. But
so good. So good. If you guys haven't seen it,
wonderful.
Check it out.
Very good. Very good. Eventually we will. So getting into the first noteworthy that I have, it's something that I noticed recently, and I don't like it. I've noticed, this is pathetic that this is like a noteworthy to me, but I don't know if it's a thing that happens as you get older, but I feel like my BO is getting worse, like at work.
It's
like,
the same shirt syndrome.
Oh, you have to wear different shirts and you work too. Okay. This explains a lot. This is a big deal. I'm learning a lot right now because I thought that if you wore the same shirt, like the work environment would just, it would cancel out any stink. I didn't know it accumulated stink. This is a big deal.
I mean, usually it would bounce off, like your work BO usually bounces off your daily BO. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I'll come home from work and Kate is like, "You smell like garbage," and I'm like, "Thanks, babe."
Well, I mean,
she's like, "You smell
are doing
like work."
Plumbing.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I guess that's true.
And I will say, because I know you go under houses and stuff, and like in those really dusty, dirty, not taken care of places, it's awful. It happens. I mean, when I worked at Disney, dude, we would be in some of the nastiest looking place. I'm like, what? Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough. Like the job that I've been at these last few days, I'm like busting out drywall with a hammer, and it's just like, so I spend the whole day looking like this.
You're not wearing a mask or like a dust mask?
Well, I wear it, but I end up having to take it off because, dude, they make my nose run, and it's just it's just gross, like all around gross, because it's humid in the house, and I'm busting stuff with a hammer, and there's dust everywhere. And so I do the mask, and then it starts to get really nasty, and I'm like, "Fuck this thing!" You know?
Nah, dude. Anytime I was working in like those really nasty, dusty areas, like, because Disney's old, dude. Like they've been around a long time. There are some areas like you wouldn't be able to work until we had a NESHAP done. And for those who don't know what a NESHAP is, it's a test for asbestos, which is really harmful.
Oh, asbestos.
Yeah, very harmful. Mesothelioma. You don't want it. So
you sound like a smart guy. Stop that.
No, dude. I had to take a test on it like every year working there. So.
Oh wow.
That like asbestos, bloodborne pathogens, got it down pat, and that's one thing that really helped me out with tattooing is knowing the bloodborne pathogens.
Yeah. So you're one of those people that actually believes in germs and stuff. I don't see the science behind it, to be honest with you.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Like, I seen them on Dr. Mario, and it's pretty easy to kill them. You just match the colors. Problem is, I can't see them. I don't know what color they are.
It's the worst doctor ever. If I go to a doctor and they literally throw pills at me,
I mean,
actually, that'd be kind of
a lot of people are going to argue with you. That would be the best doctor.
That's what they do. or they'd be like, that's already what they do. You go in there for this, and they just prescribe something to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Mario. So I know that you and I actually get to share a noteworthy coming up, but you go ahead and start it because I just did mine. So.
Oh, I mean, so I had an anniversary only a day prior to yours with my wife.
Mine was better.
Yeah, I bet.
No, I guarantee you it was not.
Probably not. No. But yeah, it was our 5-year anniversary. Being married, we've known each other for 8 years.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. We had some really ridiculously bomb ass porterhouses.
Ah.
Giant
Now-
24-ounce ones.
Now, okay, well, here's a question. You're eating houses. I mean, I don't know how that works because that's like
They're portable. Porterhouse.
Okay.
Portable.
Okay, so they're small. Like
Yeah.
so the bricks are like Tic Tac size or
Yeah,
more
basically.
like dominoes. Okay.
Yeah.
I have never eaten a porterhouse. Now that's exciting. Like this guy is an idiot. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that sounds awesome.
it was really cool though. I mean, I had kind of always promised her long ago because like the one place she's always wanted to go is Greece.
Yes. Oh,
And
wow.
I told her
Not gonna happen.
our 5-year anniversary, we'll do it. And I didn't account for a pandemic. So,
Pandemic saved your ass.
Yeah. So instead, we got a puzzle of Santorini, Greece, and we put it together. So that
Dude, that's cool. How many pieces was it?
was 1,000. And I will tell you, like, I don't know if you've seen a picture of Santorini. It's like nothing but like the same looking fucking windows, doors, and everything.
Oh wow, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Y'all finished it already?
Yeah, we got it complete.
Dang. Oh, kudos. And then your daughter comes over there, just.
I borderline thought about just like flinging it off the table towards the wall.
It was getting frustrating, I bet.
Yeah, but no, we want to glue it. And,
you know what they should do they should do in puzzles like that? Like they should have little Easter eggs that they don't show up in the picture of the puzzle, but it shows up after you've completed it. Like in the window, it'd be like two people banging, like in one of the little houses. You're like, whoa, that's crazy. But you wouldn't know that if you just looked at it. You'd have to put it together to see it. Now that...
I mean, that would be pretty interesting. I'd be down for a puzzle like that. I like subliminal stuff.
Yeah, just something like, wow, that's absolutely insane. Like,
yeah.
That would be great.
But yeah, I mean, aside from like just eating and doing that, we did like I also got this little... She loves mysteries, like killer mysteries, and she likes watching those shows like Snapped of like how the wives killed the husbands and shit.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna make that joke. That's so she can learn how to kill you.
Absolutely, dude. I've told so many people if I randomly go disappearing, she's number one.
Well, see, and here's the thing, and here's the thing. I know we just did like our whole Halloween specials and talked about murdering and shit, but we didn't cover this, and I feel like women are way better at getting away with that type of shit because they're patient. They'll poison somebody for fucking 4 years.
It's not just that they're patient though; they're just naturally smarter than us. Like we're just so quick to, all right, cool,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now what?
Dead.
Yeah, no, they planned it out. They're methodical.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, so yeah, way to go, ladies.
Yeah, so we got this little game. It's actually really, really fun. It was called Death at the Dive Bar. It's just some murder mystery. I think it was like $30, and they send you a bunch of things, like all these clues, as if like it were an actual investigation case. And dude, it was really fun. Like it was really, really in depth. Like there was actually a number we found, and we're like, wonder if we can call it. We called it. And sure as shit, dude. It played along. It was really, really fun.
Okay.
So we had a lot of fun with that.
That's incredible because we did the exact same fucking thing.
Oh, yeah? Dude, was it Death at the Dive Bar?
No, it was a... It was a death. It was a Dia de los Muertos. There was like a festival, and there was a serial killer that killed 3 people on 3 different days of the month of September. And it was crazy. It was the same thing. There was a website, and there was like a newspaper that you could go through, and then like physical evidence, like actual like poker chip and like these different things. We did the exact same thing on our anniversaries. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. So that.
Oh my god.
That's what we did. And,
unscripted, folks. This is not in our outline at all, by the way. This is just wow. Okay. And I've talked about this before that we're like, we're the same person. Are we though? Because that's weird. Out of all the things that you could do on our anniversary, which technically with COVID, I guess isn't a whole lot, but do that. That's still pretty cool.
Yeah. I definitely would have lost my shit if it was the exact same game, like murder mystery.
I'm done. I can't do this. It's just too creepy.
Yeah. It's been like, there's a glitch in the Matrix. Hold on, folks.
Yeah. Then you turn around and I'm right there. Hello, Josh. I've been expecting you. Okay. Well, this is my house. Get the hell out of here.
I look in the mirror and I just see you now. It's like, oh god, ugly.
Now you're gonna have a dream like that, and it's just gonna be really creepy.
That would be creepy.
You're gonna stop talking to me slowly. Like, this guy's just getting into my head and shit. I don't like it. So yeah, man, look at that. Tag team noteworthies. We did the same freaking thing, man.
We did one more thing.
Oh boy.
We did, like those little date nights where they go out, like do a drink and paint, like the wine and painting thing. So we did that. We just found an image. We both were like, yeah, let's paint that. So we sat there and we painted.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah. So that was fun.
I painted my wife's naked body.
Oh wow.
I'm kidding, guys. No,
like one of your French whores.
Yeah. Oh, she was there too. It was crazy. No, it's funny because like I know that Caitlin doesn't have the time to listen to these at all, so I can pretty much say whatever the hell I want, and she doesn't know about it. So
my wife claims she hears me. I don't know. She says she hears me live.
Whenever we laugh and stuff quite loud, which happens a lot, guys. This is pretty funny.
We're funny people.
Yeah, most of the time. I'll be like, so did you hear anything? She's like, I just heard like your stupid laughter every now and then. I'm like, oh, thanks, babe.
That's stupid laughter. That sounds like jealousy.
Yeah, well, no, she doesn't give a shit. She's reading. She's like out there like reading on the couch. Like she's always, that's what she likes to do. Like, in her free time, she likes to just chill, drink tea, and read. And I'm over here going, yeah. So it works out. So for our anniversary, I worked for one, and got home, dealt with kids, and got them to bed, and then we ordered Chinese, and we did the murder mystery, and that was it, dude. Like that was all we did. But so it really wasn't a whole lot different than our normal night, except for the mystery. So.
Sorry, I was playing around with my screens. I realized if I just put up like a blank Google that's pure white, that's like lighting for me.
It's good lighting.
I look beautiful.
Oh, and we could do those like search things like other podcasts do. Like, oh, search that. You're already on Google. How cool.
I mean, we could, but like
I don't want to.
I have one of those really, really clacky keyboards.
Oh, yeah. So it's not.
Because I like clacky. I like feedback. So like I'll just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is loud. That is loud. Well, here, let me try. Hey, Brian, go ahead and search. Yeah, Brian's on it, man. He's on it. So, well, you have another person there.
Everyone's like, wait a minute, who the hell is Brian? How come this guy has like not been announced until? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's a guy here.
This is episode 10.
Is that what does that mean? What does that mean?
It means it's episode 10. We've hit double digits, guys.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Also, and I don't even think we've said it, but happy Halloween. We hope everyone had a great Halloween.
I think I did cover that, Josh.
I hope so. I don't know. We're slacking.
I think I said, like, I hope everybody had a happy Halloween despite it being 2020 and weird. And we're going to talk about that because
all right. You said it. I didn't.
Yeah, but we're the same person. We're the same person, so shut your mouth.
This is true.
Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Don't shut your mouth. This show would suck if it was just me. Be like, yeah, that guy just is really annoying. Like outrageously annoying. Halloween. What did you do on your Halloween to kind of round out our noteworthies?
Well, I got a new back door installed and reframed because I have been paying a butt ton to my utility company for air conditioning my fucking backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a bunch of cracks and stuff, so I had to.
So did you demo out the door? Obviously, you like demoed it out.
I might no. I myself I myself did not.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
like. I can fix a lot of things. I don't deal with carpentry.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, you need a ton of tools or saws and shit to cut things right, like a table saw, and
yeah. And I mean, it's not just that. I wouldn't want to mess with the foundation of the house in any way. I don't know what goes into building a house. Like I know. I don't do installs. So like you do plumbing installs. Yeah. I've never done I've done a few HVAC installs, but they're like replacing what's already been there. So
I do
I'm not running I've ran like duct work and things like that, but it's where existing things have been. It's not.
I got you.
Honestly, it'd probably be a lot easier doing new construction because there's a lot less things in the way. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I hate doing remodels, because I'm doing remodel.
Yeah.
Like the remodel that I've been doing these last few days that I've been bitching about a lot to you. Like, I'm like, I hate this.
Yeah.
I know you've noticed. It's because
it
sucks. Oh my God. Like every day Josh would be like, how you doing? Like, it sucks. I hate everything. Like, yeah, God.
Yeah, so, he's only gotten very few messages from me this week.
I've been into I've been ripping out walls, and it's a nightmare. And there's fiberglass particles everywhere, and when those get on you, they make you itch like crazy. Josh, you know about that.
Oh,
this house
dude.
is just
with insulation, that's all it was.
Yeah. I'll cut out a big rectangle in the ceiling and just bash it with my hammer, and then just all this shit just falls out. I mean, I know that's gonna happen, but it's still, when it hits the ground, it's just.
So I don't know if you know. I'd imagine you would, but I mean, hell, I would used to rub baby powder on my arms.
Yeah.
Helps because it clogs your pores, so it won't get in there.
Well, I've been urinating on my arms because I thought that was a good.
That's if you get stung by fiberglass.
Oh yeah. See, we are smart. I mean, see, there's urination. Urinating on anything is like a cure-all. You know? Like if somebody tells you that they have the common flu or the cold, urination. COVID, urination. Anything you can think of can pretty much, I have a splinter, urination on your hand, on the splinter.
Yeah, I could see how that's very beneficial for you.
Prove me wrong.
I would not. Yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't even dare.
Yeah, wouldn't be smart. Mindless Nick, PhD. Urinate on it. Just do it. It'll work. I tell you what, urination. Oh God, this guy's a freaking moron. So,
well, I mean, it's mindless. It's mindless.
This is what I like about it. It's because I mean, no one is going to listen to this and be like, yeah, okay. They're going to be like,
who knows?
I guess they don't.
You never know today.
No, we don't. Well, we don't know all of our listeners. So.
Yeah. And nobody can discredit us. Who can? Are you going to go pee on everything and test it out? I don't think
so. That's a great point, man. Yeah. So we're in the clear here. We are in the clear. So basically, your Halloween was pretty lame, and my Halloween was pretty lame.
Yeah.
And you got a new door. But it'd be great if you demoed out the door yourself and you waited until trick-or-treaters were nearby and you just busted the door down. You took everything you could to just break the door in front of children. Crazy person.
Nobody should be coming through my backyard into my back door. I did say it's my back door.
Okay. Oh, that was sexual innuendo.
I got a new O-ring installed, guys. I blew it out after a real big fart.
I've got a lot of different sized O-rings in my van.
Actually, dude, I bet. I've had a nice O-ring kit before. They're pretty dope.
Yeah, mine is pretty sweet. And my flat washers.
I will say the one noteworthy I would have that I think is the most coolest thing to me that like I've really yet to experience in my life was my mom has so graciously held on to my Buzz Lightyear toy that I used to have as a kid that I treasured as a kid.
Oh, of course.
And I grew up in the Toy Story time, and so she brought it over, and I gave it to my daughter, and dude, she loves it.
That's like some passing of the torch shit, you know?
Yeah. And so, dude, watching her play with Buzz Lightyear, like at first she was kind of like, she's kind of freaked out by it, and I wasn't sure why, because she's seen the movie quite a few times, but all of them, 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And after a while though, she grabbed it, she was playing with it, she was loving it, and dude, like to me, that was just like
that's a big moment, man.
It really was for me. I was like, dude, that is really like that's a mind-boggling thing. Watching my daughter, years later, playing with the exact same toy that was once mine. And
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it made my heart like kind of
like I imagine like you're watching her and you're hearing like all this music, and then all of a sudden
it was like
throws it down and it breaks.
It was like nothing but like black and like a golden light on her playing. That's all I saw. There's like someone playing a harp in the background. I never saw them though.
Jives. His name is Jives. He comes to my house too. He's pretty cool, man. If you offer him if you offer him club soda, he will do like the German dance where he like squats down and it's pretty. Yeah, exactly. He'll do that like German dance. It has to be club soda and it has to be cold, but he'll do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, when he plays the harp,
for sure.
If somebody just heard like a snippet of this show, be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" It's absolutely stupid.
The show's dumb.
But that's what we're here for. So
you're titled Mindless.
Yeah, it's like super mindless and stuff, guys. Just gonna let you know that off the bat.
Yeah, so I mean that was really the coolest thing for me. I mean, like in my entire life, honestly, like my life honestly amounted to nothing much other than watching my daughter play with the same toy.
I mean, I can honestly see that as a big deal. When you're a parent and you have these toys growing up that you really liked, and then you see your kid, you're like, this is like human shit. This is crazy. You know, it's crazy.
It was definitely an experience. I don't know what kind of experience you would label it as, but something.
Yeah. Well, that is lovely, I will say. So this is actually pretty funny, and I will mention this. This did not happen on Halloween. It did happen previously, but the reason why I thought of it about Halloween is because we went over to our friend's house. Sarah, she develops the game Guildmaster with me and Josh and Eugene, so she's a part of our team. So we actually go over to her house with her and her husband pretty often and hang out. We go over there like almost every.
I'm so jealous. You never come over to my house, ass.
Well, I tried, but dude, your wife is such a bitch, man. She's like, no.
Terrible.
What? Well, I'm just kidding. Your face, you're like.
I can't even get away with saying that. She would kill me.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. So like, okay, yeah.
You can't say that with Spanish women, dude. They would fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna fuck you up if she ever hears this episode.
I said a bit. That's like it means you're like a little bit crazy. Like, she's such a bit, like a little bit crazy, like a little. That's what that means. So that was a misunderstanding on I'm
like waiting for this door to just like open. Her like.
Dude, and from my vantage point, I would die laughing because I would see your door open like immediately, and it would just
dude. God, could you imagine like her open the door, a fucking sandal comes and
oh, the chancla!
Yeah.
and somehow it actually like hits your screen, and then my internet goes out. Like, what happened? Oh, that'd be marvelous.
The infinity chancla.
Everything is balanced.
Yeah.
Your computer is broken and my internet is down.
Done. The whole world just got hit by an EMP of like chancla.
That's great. So yeah, we go over there all the time, and we were over there. They have a 17-year-old cat,
Wow.
and she is super sweet, man. She's so sweet, and she's so old, and they take great care of her. And she's just so old, man. Like I can't even like stress enough. She's 17. Well, like an inch and a half of her tail fell off.
While you were there?
Yeah. It was just well. She
Wait a
came
minute,
over,
like, are you telling me it just like right off?
Yeah. Like almost like it's a corpse cat. And it's just like disintegrating in real time. And shit. I've never heard of anything like that in my life. And we're just like, holy shit! What? Like, no blood, nothing. It was just like a little inch and a half of dried tail skin, but the whole thing, it was like her tail is an inch and a half shorter now, and they found it in the garage, that little piece that just came off, I guess, at some point while we were there hanging out.
So cats are part lizard. Is it going to regrow this part of the tail? I need to know.
Man. I don't know, but the cat's name is Wanda. Sarah, if you're listening, we love your cat so much, and it just cracks me up because now whenever we see her, this happened a few weeks ago. It should have been a noteworthy weeks ago, but I didn't think about it. But
her cat's name is Wanda.
Wanda, yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, they had two cats that were both really old. They were both 17. And his name was Cosmo and Wanda.
Fairly Odd Parents. Okay,
yes. And Cosmo passed away. But Wanda's still hanging out and falling apart. So, yeah, I never heard of that before, but it
I didn't know that was a thing. That's a zombie cat, dude. It's probably undead.
I don't think that is a thing. I don't think that's a common thing. Like when your cat gets to a certain age, pieces of it will fall apart.
What if Cosmo, like, spiritually or spectrally has gone into Wanda and, like, caused a bit of her to kind of die off?
That's likely. I mean, I'm gonna. It's probably what happened, to be honest with you, bro.
That's it, man. Facts.
So, yeah. So that was weird. So now getting into the bulk of what we're actually going to be trying to talk about today, and I say trying because we are not experts at this whatsoever, not at all. So the disclaimer for those of you that don't know, we're idiots. We're idiots. This is just our chatter about our experiences with COVID, how it started for us, everything that we can think of that's come of it, and how it's affected our lives. Because I know, Josh, it's really fucked your world up as far as what you've been able to do. So, Josh, explain to me how it all started in your head. I know it was months ago, but when it all started, what were your thoughts?
Oh no, I remember pretty vividly.
Like a movie.
Well, I took it all as a joke, and for like the first while, like I was just like, whatever. Like this is
typical dumbass.
Yeah, I was like, this is just another one of those things that like they blow out of proportion. Like it's another fart in the wind. You know, that's what I was used to, and I mean that's saying. I'm pretty sure that's what we've all really been used.
I mean,
to.
Because this is not the first time. I mean, there was Ebola, there was SARS, there was bird flu, there was swine flu. I mean, that's four right off the top of my head.
Well, I don't know about SARS is pretty old, but I think.
Oh yeah. But whenever it was getting Zika, whenever it was getting talked about like mainstream, and people were like, oh shit, you know.
It was a big old joke. Like, I mean, Ebola was like one of those things that like was just a meme.
Yes.
And there's reasons why. I mean, they did good. They tackled it early on, this, that, and the other.
Sure.
You can thank Bill Gates for that. Whether you'd like to think so or not. And
it's the spectrum of conspiracy, and we're not going to get into it, but this spectrum of the conspiracies with all of this are phenomenal.
Oh, it's insane.
It's insane.
So insane.
But keep going.
And so I took it as a joke. And the one time I like kind of like really started getting agitated, NHL got like kind of canceled. Like my whole season went to shit. And I will tell you, my team was
that's enough.
my team was looking good, dude.
Oh god,
so
dude.
I was mad. I was pretty pissed off, and so I was like, this is ridiculous. And then as it started getting a little more real, and this isn't one of their like what they're gonna blow up, I had to start taking it a little more seriously. So I started doing my
yoga.
Yoga.
No.
Pretty much downward dog the rest of my life. No, I had watched quite a bit of just information videos. I read a bunch of articles trying to like get more information on it, and it's just kind of one of those things that like started like not like instilling all this fear in me per se,
right.
but like one of those things that I have to be cautious about, because not me personally, but my daughter, she has cystic fibrosis. So like, she has one gene that's super common. She has another gene that has only been discovered by one other person in the world, somewhere in France. And I have little to no information. The doctors have little to no information. So I take little to no risk, because that's my
I don't.
That's my pride and joy, dude. I'll kill the world before anything happens to her.
Yeah. Even me?
Absolutely.
I know.
Dude.
Why the fuck would you even say that?
It's just one of those things that like I've unfortunately but I've had to take seriously. And so like I get it for like all the stipulations that have been put into place, and I get that people are when I hear of like the people out there that get like so agitated about things, I get it. I totally understand it. Me personally, if I didn't have my daughter, I'd be annoyed too. But it's not about me. It's exactly, and it's not even necessarily about my daughter. It's about everybody that has some type of immune deficiency.
Yeah, it's a public safety thing is what it is, and that's why. And in this show, guys, we don't get political. I don't give a shit what you think about who or what. But in my opinion, this is a public safety thing. So if things have to get a little weird to save, for public safety's sake, we gotta do what we gotta do, man.
Yeah, I'm all for everyone's rights, and I totally understand there's some people out there that do have medical conditions that can actually walk about, but they can't wear the mask. That's fine. Go somewhere where businesses don't require you to wear a mask. The people that like have an issue they go to these places and then they yell at these other employees.
It's like, and the employee's like, dude, I make like $8 an hour. Like,
it's
what am I gonna help? I can't help you with anything.
And if you're a listener and you've gotten in this confrontation, shame on you.
Yeah,
I have no remorse for you.
Like and share and subscribe to the show. But shame on you. But do the other things too. And it's funny because I felt like we are the only country, America, that was really like. I know other countries are like sick of masks and done with them now, but they held out for a long time. America was like automatically like, this is stupid. No.
Yeah.
Like my rights, and and like you said, my rights, but it isn't even a government thing at this point. The businesses are saying, no, I'm a private business. To come in here, you need to wear a mask. And I have a solution for the people that don't want to wear masks. Get a mask tattooed on your face. So it's like you have a mask, but you don't. And people may not notice. So honestly, that's an idea.
I think the biggest thing with people is like their mentality tells them with the whole ones that scream rights issues about it. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that like they know China is very famous for wearing masks.
Oh yeah,
always
be like that. Yeah,
always. They've always been. Yeah, I mean, they got dirty air. It is what it is, and that's how they've protected themselves. But when we look at it over here, some of these individuals are like, "Oh, we're turning into China because we're wearing masks now." It's like, all right, now you're just being dumb.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, they're absolutely right. No, I'm just kidding. He went in a whole different direction.
I mean, for me, it's just agitating because, like, dude, I would never do such things. Like, like I said, I have my daughter. Maybe some of these people have no clue or don't have anybody that they have to care about.
That's got to be a lot of it.
There's other people around them, and they're gonna have to realize that. If they don't,
I mean, you can give it to somebody who is totally fine and won't get any symptoms at all, and then go home and infect their, grandfather or their dad who has like a issue, and then you're screwed. It's like you're screwing up other people. It's an easy concept to understand, but some people just can't get it. They just can't. They don't care. It's just crazy. But
I get it. Like I said, if I didn't have this issue with my daughter, I would probably be out and about. But I would wholeheartedly always have a mask on.
Yeah, and I do, and yeah.
It's if it's the rules, it's the rules. I mean, I don't understand the issue.
It's just and
people have been a little out there lately.
Yeah, it's 2020, man. Yeah. Thankfully, though, most people that I have seen are like, whatever, I'll just wear it. Wear it. It's
fine. For sure.
Thankfully,
a lot of people don't like it. Nobody really likes it.
Nobody likes it unless you're really ugly. Then it's kind of like, this is my time.
Look at my beautiful eyes.
Woo! And then they do this. And it's like, whoa!
And
put the mask back.
It's a shame if you guys are only listening to us. You really need to watch us on YouTube.
I mean, it's a plus. It's a plus. I mean, watching us isn't all that exciting when we're just talking, but there's little glimmers of something stupid that usually Josh makes. His face is so bad. So, it's pouty face. It's pouty, man. So as far as history with COVID, in my experience, it's really weird for me because my job, you guys got to know by now, I'm a new construction and remodel plumber. I am actually usually one of the only people that is on site because I'll go there to do my job. And if there's electricians or HVAC guys, they're usually in other rooms of the house or not there because they're not scheduled or whatever, or there's landscapers in the backyard. And I got the whole house to myself. So I strip down and run around and, hang out and do work.
Rub your hole and everything.
I try. It isn't all that easy though, man. I got 2 of them though, remember? No.
We're the 2 butthole brothers.
Yeah, so it's weird because so much was changing around me. Like masks, because I don't wear a mask at work because I'm alone. I don't have to.
I just had an idea.
What?
Sorry, I had to interrupt. We'll have another podcast called the 2 Hole Brothers.
Oh my God. I mean, it unfortunately makes sense because of our injuries episode. If you guys look at our injuries episode, you'll learn about what the hell that's about. But
I'd love it. Let's do it. We're doing it.
Yeah, well, just tack more onto to our plates of work we have to do. Whatever. Screw it. Yeah. So I'll tell my wife and kids I can't see them anymore.
Yeah, send them away.
Send them away. It's simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was weird because so much was changing for the world. But I was thankful and I was lucky. I will admit it right now. I was lucky because I didn't have to stop working at all. So many businesses were closing down and shutting down and hours were getting cut. And we were still taking on work and builders and I got lucky there. I mean, I'd like to think it's because we do really good work, so we're sought after because we plumb really well. That's one thing I can do well.
You direct your shit properly.
Yeah, well, there's ways to do it wrong. You can go ahead and divert it off into the bathtub, but people don't take too kindly to that. I tell you what, I've learned.
Dude, I've watched some pretty terrible plumbing jobs, so I totally understand.
Yeah, well, I'm part of a Facebook group called Plumbers something. I don't even know.
Plumbers United.
Plumbers are good at what they do, and there's people that'll post there that this is such a good install, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's so bad, that's against code. I don't comment though because I'm not a douchebag. I'm just like, the inspector will fail you, but I guess bingo, way to go.
Yeah,
like, I see a lot of really really bad plumbing installs on there, but plumbers are stupid. So
I won't say nothing.
Well, you're probably thinking something. You're probably thinking that plumbers are badass. You wish you were one. Moving on. But things started to change for me when obviously they changed because my kids' schools closed down and we stopped going to the grocery store altogether. Everything gets delivered. Everything gets picked up or delivered. We don't go to the stores, period. Yeah. We don't hang out with anybody except for Sarah because they're the same amount of cautious as we are. So we're like, I mean, y'all are fine. So we'll go over there and hang out with them. Yeah. But it was just weird. So like thinking about it, like the history of all of it, how it all started. And then one thing that really made me think like dystopia, this is really fucking bad, is whenever the lines for the stores were outside of the stores and all the way down as far as you can see the lines just to get into the store, man. And then the online orders were backing up. I was like looking around like, it's like a movie now. I don't like it. I don't like that. It's like a movie.
So I mean, you work outside. You got to go out and about. Like I've left the house one time since February.
That's insane.
And that's without exaggeration. I've literally left the house one time, and that was to take my daughter to her appointment to get a culture.
I remember that. Yes.
And
they said you're American. You have an American culture because you're from America.
Yeah.
What's so funny? What's so fun? No, I'm just
and I was kind of nervous the whole time, but I mean, it was pretty dope because we got to just park in the parking lot. They came out like fully gowned and loaded up, poked their hand in, did their little thing.
Yeah.
Left.
I bet it was weird being out and about.
It really wasn't any different to me. Like I seen the same amount of traffic, the same amount of hassle drivers in Florida.
I was gonna bring that up too because I was like, all of these big cities were closed down, like New York and stuff like that, and there was pictures of like essentially like apocalyptic looking since like an absence, nothing there.
Yeah.
And I'm like driving around and I'm like, there's people everywhere still. Like there's lines at Taco Bell and McDonald's and there's everywhere. It looked like nothing had changed. But
yeah,
it was crazy.
I won't say. I can't say much about that to avoid the politics of it, but yeah.
Okay, sure. But basically, a lot of people are you trying to say that Texans are like whatever, and just don't give a shit?
Florida doesn't either, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're all over the place. We don't give a shit.
Numbers are spiking. Well, spiking. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, honestly, like
what does that mean? Let's go out.
Dude, when I hear numbers spiking, they act like these are like numbers based off like rule-abiding people. We just got done talking about everybody complaining about wearing masks.
Yeah.
Those are the numbers these are based off of. No one.
Yeah. No, they're making it up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is insane. It's just curious to know how long it's all going to continue. But I will have to give a shout out here to the internet because we can do stuff like this and actually like not go completely mad because you have an outlet. You can still socialize. You can still have like a social life and chill without just the family. I mean, that's got to be a big deal for a lot of people.
I mean, that's mainly for unison. I mean, I do miss like hanging out with people, like like my friends that would come over quite often. But
Josh had a party house.
Dude, I'm a hermit. For the most part, like even before the pandemic, like I would mostly stay at my house.
We are the same person.
People call me up. Hey man, you want to go here? Oh, that sounds really cool. But I can't make it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. This, that, or the other. And I'm just sitting my ass on the couch watching TV.
Yeah. But, why not, man? Well, I took off my shoe.
Yeah, or
I was in the middle of taking off the other one, but I mean, you got me started, so I'm taking them both off, and I'm out. I can't do anything. I'm done.
It's bad. Like, I mean, honestly, like this pandemic, though, I will tell you, has made me kind of like take it a little bit for granted as all the times I didn't go hang out with people.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So, I mean, for sure, when this is over, I'm fucking hanging out with everybody, dude.
Right. Oh, you won't be around anymore. You're going to leave me behind.
No, don't worry. I'm still a hermit at heart. Like, I don't want to conversate that much.
I am too. And one thing I have to admit, one of my follies as a parent and a husband is whenever we were first like starting it. So Caitlin and I have been married for 4 years, but we've been together for almost 10. It'll be 10 years January 20th. So to me, that's like our
I think you guys overall just have 1 year on us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's cool.
1 year better. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, why am I such a jackass?
That's just one more year of your misery, not mine.
Oh yeah. Shit. No.
Sorry, they don't listen.
So we were together for what was I saying? I don't even know. Something.
I don't know. Something about you guys being together for 10 years. It was an amazing time for you and you hated it. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that.
Something like that. Well, basically, is that cut? Can we like cut? No. I'm just gonna move on at this point. And I swear to all of you, I'm not drunk. I'm just talking. And
he's just really believe me, he can't be drunk off of like the little lights that he drinks. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Modelo. Something funny?
Oh man. Yeah, you guys really got to be watching us. This is funny. This is more entertaining than just listening to us, I'm sure.
I'm drinking a Modelo. I found 4 of them in the refrigerator.
Modelos are pretty good.
They are good. Yes. But yeah, we've been together for a long time, and I enjoy it. And that wasn't what I was going to say. What I was going to say, I mean, okay, God damn it, I enjoyed it. I do enjoy it. Like that wasn't what I was going to say. I didn't mean that at all. No, I meant it, and I enjoy it. But I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot. And since we don't really edit this shit at all, I'm just going to move on because that's just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to move on and bring up the massive, insanely scary and horrifying toilet paper shortage that everybody had. What is your experience with the toilet paper shortage? Were you like screwed, or were you using T-shirts?
So oddly enough, and like this wasn't even like coincidence or any. Well, I mean, it just happened to be a coincidence, I guess. My wife bought this like ridiculously huge pack of toilet paper, like weeks before the pandemic really hit.
God, we did the same thing. Ridiculous.
So like, and I don't know how much toilet paper people use. Evidently it's a lot, but I mean
a lot.
I my bowels move often. I do more than 2 a day.
A fast metabolism. Yes.
Yeah, I do more than 2 a day happily, easily, no problem. And I do not go through that much toilet paper that these people like. I watched this one video on YouTube. This guy like broke it down into a math by a sheet of toilet paper per roll, and like how much people need to wipe their butt. It was so funny.
Oh, I love it.
But I didn't understand it. I couldn't even fathom what the pandemic had to do with toilet paper.
Literally nothing. None of the symptoms had anything to do with.
I mean, shit hit the fan. They wanted to wipe the shit off the fan. Obviously, that was about it. Other than that, not a clue.
A new trend in America where people would shit in their hand and throw it up into the ceiling fan. Hey!
Yeah.
No one do that unless you have a maid. Then it'd be just hilarious. No, that'd be terrible. That'd be terrible too.
Yeah, I mean, unless
it'd be funny maybe once, but you'd have to give her a shitload of money to not, you know.
Yeah, if her name's Consuela.
Or him.
Only
or
if
him.
her name's Consuela. Because.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then
I need more lemon pledge.
Here's a whole keg of it. Okay.
For those of you that don't know, that was a Family Guy reference. Don't get offended.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or get offended. I don't.
Or get offended. Yeah. It is what it is at this point. Yeah.
I mean, comedy to me, if you're not offending somebody, you're not doing it right. Like Don Smith had said.
Yes, Don Smith. Okay, and that's one thing we can kind of like segue in. I guess this is a very late noteworthy, but Josh and I were actually on a couple of other podcasts, kind of talking about our show and hanging out with the other people that are in the same realm as us. Don Smith and Mark Holiday, My Worst Holiday podcast, and it was really fun. So I don't know. They've been posted, I think, on our social media. So if you do want to like scroll up and
they've been posted, but I've been meaning to add them to our server so that people can easily get to them always.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that here. We'll do that. Josh will do that.
Yeah.
I would do it, but he's really fast at that shit.
Yeah, it will be there before you guys see this video. So if you're on our Discord server, you will see the links to our guest websites, our guest podcast.
Yes.
And honestly, you should be checking these people out. They're really, really fun people. I had a great time. I don't know about you.
I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Actually really sucked ass. Wait, why would I whisper that directly into the mic? I should be like, no, where would I even whisper that?
It doesn't even matter. You could whisper it. I mean, you could whisper from really far away. Levelator will make it sound.
Oh, that's right. Good. I can just tell Brian over there later.
Yeah, Brian, check it out, man.
Hey, Brian. It's funny because I actually have a friend, Brian, that might actually be on the show eventually one day. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of grew up with him a little bit, but I actually have a really funny story about when I first met the guy, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
I don't even know what that means.
What?
But I will say this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, Josh with the Mindless Morning Show here. Have you ever farted so hard it tore your undergarments? Well,
no more. The new titanium-lined underpants from Sergeant Shit Shepherd's Clothing and Armory is just what you need. These titanium-lined underpants are perfect for any and all locations. Sergeant Shit Shepherd's Clothing and Armory guarantees that this cannot be broken with any fluctuance force, no matter what meal you ate prior. That's right, Taco Bell. Good luck. Now, back to your podcast.
Fuck yeah!
Welcome back. Glad you were here while we had our break. Although for you, it's probably not like a break at all. We might add like a little like stupid elevator sound or some shit until we.
I'll do it. Totally do it.
But, you know, eventually we'll have a couple sponsors, but we don't plan to go too crazy with the ads because that's not 100% what we're all about. But we were talking about toilet paper, and I wanted to go ahead and bring up the fact that the internet, like I said before, the internet is a good savior for a lot of people. And I also feel like the internet did another thing, make a lot of funny ass jokes and memes about the situation. Despite it being a pandemic, there's been a lot of really funny things that people have posted about it that I just wanted to just talk about briefly. Like I don't really have a whole lot of them memorized or anything like that, but
isn't that what we can always count on the internet for?
You absolutely can. I mean, it's insane. It's insane how they do that.
Thank you, 4chan.
Right? Yeah. There's just so many different things that come out. Now, for better or worse, you also get so much misinformation because, like, and I get it. It's a developing virus, so things are changing on the daily. But they like publish all of these different changes and these different things, and it's like, I don't even know anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do now, or what is happening now, or oh, the virus is mutating, or it's not mutating. And it's like so much crazy amount of misinformation from everywhere. So the internet, it's good for some things, and it's like kind of a headache for others.
I think one of the big things is like we wanted to, as a country, we wanted to kind of like stay on top of the knowledge of the pandemic. We wanted to be on top, like we always do.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think we jumped the gun on a lot of things, and it was unnecessary. A lot of it put a lot of people in panic for no reason.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy. Like, you know, not to bring up politics, but like they still bring it up constantly.
Oh yeah.
As if like it's something to fear. And I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not unless you have an underlying condition.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, it's not to say just because you don't go out and be all free willy-nilly, but worry about other people out there too. We're all in this together, and we're all going to get out of it together.
Not only that, but in my circle of people, my experiences, I haven't had it, but I know somebody that had it, and he is a good friend of my family's. His name is Joe. He's the guy that I mooned. Remember I told you the Jobs episode that came out of left field for some people. Like, whoa, what are you just saying?
on the second floor.
in our Jobs episode, I mooned an individual, and this individual is who I'm talking about right now. He got COVID, and he has diabetes, and he's had some health issues. Dude got over it quick, but I feel like I know that there's different strains of COVID already. There's different strains.
Yeah.
And the strain that he got was a lot less extreme. Like, he just lost his sense of taste and smell for just a few days. And then his taste came back, and now he's fine, and he's working again. I know obviously that was like extremely fortunate for him, because being diabetic is one of the like underlying things that you do not want to have when you have COVID. Yeah. So we were like, oh my God, he has COVID. Oh my God. No. But then he's like, well, I mean, I'm okay. I'm fine. So
yeah, we've known quite a few. I mean, I know a few people that we've lost, and like a few people that have gotten in and just moved on just fine. And
that's what's scary about it. Yeah. Because it's like a roll of the dice for certain people. It's a roll of the dice when and if they get it.
You know, oddly enough though, people don't seem to realize that the number one cause, according to statistics, and I'm not trying to be an ass, the number one cause is like, sorry, not cause. Let me rephrase this.
Do you want me to help you out? Are you about to say weight?
Yeah. So obesity is like the number one factor, not cause, factor.
Well, that, I mean, I feel like that would scientifically make sense, because your body might have to work a little bit harder, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's strenuous, which makes sense.
And so, but what's something that was almost becoming an epidemic just a few years ago?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it's you're right. It's and I mean, that's still something that people will even say, you know, that it's still an issue. It's still a problem.
Dude, I mean, I'm somebody who thankfully has like a fast metabolism. Otherwise, I would be huge, dude. I love to eat. Dude. I don't care.
Yeah, same. If it wasn't for my fast metabolism and my job, I don't even want to know. I mean, I'd be colossal.
Yeah. Dude, like I eat like no other. Like, I love eating.
It's just crazy because it was just, and I mean, really, it still is hard to know, like, what is 100% factual? Like, what? No one really can give you a direct answer because they're getting it from a source. Like, it's like all of these different sources are all saying different shit. Now, I don't know how much better or worse it may have gotten, but I know when all this started, you couldn't get a direct answer from anybody about anything because everybody had conflicting shit. No matter where you looked, there was something conflicting.
I don't think it was whether or not you could or couldn't get a direct answer. It's what you could believe was the right answer or not.
There,
There were people out there from the get-go saying, hey, this is what you got to do. And
that's true.
There was just too much back and forth.
So many.
It shrouded it all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Somebody that's nefarious enough, that's really good at Photoshop, could make you believe some crazy shit, you know? That not necessarily you as Josh, who questions pretty much everything, but somebody that's a little bit more normal, you know, that just is scrolling through and they see a crazy picture of a homeless guy punching a Dalmatian in the face on the side of the street, and it's a Photoshop, a fake thing. It's totally fake. But then there's a headline that says homeless men are rampaging on domesticated dogs. And you're like, what the fuck is this story? You don't click on it because you don't have time. But it's in your head now. And now you might go tell somebody at work that.
So when you were a kid and like you would go shopping with your parents, all those little tabloids and magazines. You ever see any like really crazy titled ones there?
Oh my God, all of them. Yes. They were so
oddly
crazy.
Enough, some of them would be real, some of them wouldn't be. But
yeah,
it's up to you to make, and I can't stress this enough, especially nowadays, dude. Like it's insane. You cannot listen to the news. You cannot listen to just any one source or like a few sources. You need to really get the scope of information and form your own opinion. If you don't, you're left in the dust.
Yeah, and I agree. And I feel like one thing that COVID has done is brought that to light to a lot of people that may
I don't
have been
think so.
Well, there's some people that I have talked to that are like, I really don't believe this news outlet anymore. I really don't believe.
Oh, okay, in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about like some individual people are starting to look around and they're like, that doesn't seem right. Like that just seems so biased. Yeah. Like, why is it so biased? And I know that's on the edge of political, but we do all know. What?
I never started recording from the break. No, I'm totally kidding. I just wanted to fuck with you.
I was looking at you and I'm like, no, just don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You know what? I'm done. No. All right. Well, that was the Josh's shitty moment of the day. Oh, God. Do you want to ruin your friend's train of thought? Say some stupid shit like that while he's talking. Dingo and the baby. Wow. Mindless Nick and Josh.
In that aspect of like, like the who you can believe in the news as far as like COVID went, I get it. But I feel like there was a lot of things that, I mean, like all the news outlets kind of had it wrong. I mean, they were just
Well, they all had their underlying ideas of what they wanted, like, and they were just like COVID is this sphere, right? Where it's a one thing, that's what it is, and they're just like pulling at it, and like, no, we want it to be like this, and like we want it to be like this, and they're just like stretching it and turning it into an ugly watermelon.
It's kind of weird. A lot of the super patriots, you know, the ones that are like, oh, this is against our rights to wear the mask, this, that, and the other. I feel like a lot of them take this as like a total joke.
Well, and
I don't get that.
I don't either, especially when some of them have contracted it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they really live in a different realm.
Yeah, I agree.
They think they're somewhere else.
And see, and this is my little like glimmer of knowledge. There's a difference between a patriot and a nationalist. A patriot can be, asking questions about their country or have different, if your country does something that's unethical, you're like, that's not right, but you're still a patriot. A nationalist is someone who like does not give a shit. Their country is perfect and they will follow it into anything. So
I'm a realist. I mean, you do what you want, but like if you do something wrong, I will fucking call it out.
Sure.
No, I don't agree. If I don't agree with it, plain and simple, it's dumb.
Yeah. So
not that anything I don't agree with is dumb. Just saying that whatever they do is dumb.
Josh is digging a hole for the listeners. Yeah, I do that a lot too.
That's all right.
One thing that came from the COVID situation is, did you get a stimulus?
Yeah.
Okay. I did as well, and I know most people did. I feel like everybody should have. I don't know how. I know that got jumbled up, and some people didn't get it or what have you. But I know some countries, because Josh and I have communities on Discord, and Discord is global, so we know people from all over the world. That makes us sound really cool, but we do. And they had been getting like regular, like they've been getting a lot more than just our 1200.
Dude, we have gotten shit on compared to everybody else.
I was waiting for you to say.
And dude, everybody knows it. No, like everybody knows it.
It's terrible.
It's not. This isn't news. This is so everybody knows that we have been totally shit on, and I can't talk about it. So
we'll see. And that's one thing.
There's so many things we unfortunately can't really dive too deep on without breaking our mindless rules.
Our code. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, and it should change, and maybe one day we'll see. There's a lot of corruption, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So moving on to masks. Now we've talked about Hey, that'd be actually a funny mask design is just somebody's hands. Like it looks like that'd be creepy. That'd be really creepy. Yeah. Oh, now you're some kind of weird creature. All right. Well, that's for the YouTube people. That's for you. You get to see that nasty, weird shit. All right. I'm getting distracted. Now when we're talking about how the internet has somewhat come to the rescue to put a smile on people's faces, one thing that I've seen certain mask designs that are hilarious, and one of them was somebody cut out the crotch area of their jeans and rigged them up to where the zipper was right at their nose line all the way down to their chin.
I really hope those were brand new jeans.
Yeah, right. No, I had these since 1984.
My tape juice has been here soaking in this denim for years, boy.
When I'm having trouble falling asleep, I'll put it on and it'll pass me out because of the stench. No, but it's a good idea because if you're drinking, you can like zip the zipper up and put the straw in.
Yeah. Dude, I think the funniest one I seen, it looked like a bird's claw. Like it stuck out a lot. But like when he opened his mouth, it opened. So
God, that's weird.
It looked really funny.
Engineering went into that. Yeah. That's weird.
Oh, but I will say the best mask I've seen is the Mindless Morning Show mask that you can actually get on Redbubble, because we're putting smiles on everybody's faces. So with this design, you have our logo as your nose. And you have the Mindless Morning Show coming up as a smile for you.
You know what I'm going to have to get? I'm going to have to get the Mindless Morning Show tank top because I wear these so much.
You got it.
That's what I'm
going to have to get a shirt too. But and I will say for anybody who's buying the mask, my mother has so graciously purchased 2 of these masks for both
Thanks, Mom.
herself and my sister. So for anybody, and actually this really goes to anybody, even if you're not buying our stuff, anything on redbubble.com where our merch is hosted on this platform. The regular mask runs quite large. Like really large. So
it's like really big.
If you have like I don't, for lack of better words, if you have a really fat face, get the regular. But if you just have a normal face, and I won't even say normal, if you just have like a skinny face,
if you have a face,
get the small.
Get the small,
because the small is pretty much a regular, and the regular is like an extra large. So
exactly.
For anybody that's buying anything on Redbubble, bear that in mind, please.
Yes. Yeah. So
also go check out our masks because
they are really cool. They are really cool. They do make it look like you're smiling, so you can be really pissed off, and people are like, "Hey, that guy looks happy," even though you're wearing a mask. It honestly, I feel like something like that would give somebody a subconscious thought to maybe smile at you because they think they see you, and it's like a subconscious correlation of you.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, seeing the design, it made me laugh. I like
it. Well, it's like not only that, but I mean, I like it. I really do.
Thanks, Mom.
And I'm not saying that because it's made us multimillionaires. I mean, so loaded right now. I can wear tank tops all the time. So loaded. I can sit here and talk
ones.
I'm so loaded right now. I can talk about how much I hate working in these shitty remodels where I'm surrounded by dust and insulation and stuff like that. Now I saw one mask that made me laugh. It was actually right near the beginning of the pandemic when everything was relatively fresh. Somebody came up with such a great idea. They got a bunch of rubber bands and they rubber band a Norton antivirus disc right in front of their face and their nose. So it said antivirus on it. They had rubber bands. That cracked me up. That cracked me up. I was like, I like that. That's funny.
Everyone knows you need McAfee.
Oh, McAfee.
Yeah, right.
Hey, they're one of our sponsors, bro.
I think.
No,
I think the best one I had seen was like the plague doctor mask, but like full on like it wasn't one that was just like a regular plague doctor mask that you would buy and wear. This one like he customized to actually be functional and keep him safe. So I thought that was pretty neat.
I honestly thought I'd see a lot more of those. I really thought everybody would just go nuts with that, and there'd just be like.
I think a lot of people. I mean, dude, me myself, I would love to, but I kind of feel like it's one of those things that
people are going to look at you though for sure, unless 30 people are like. If you go to the store where there's like 100 people, and there's like 30 people all wearing it, you wouldn't think of anything of it. I thought like all the college kids were going to do it. And all of the mindless idiots like us were going to do it. And
you know what? I don't think a lot of people even know about the plague doctor. I think they just know that face and they don't think anything of it. I don't think they know the meaning behind it.
That's sad.
That would be
failing. We're failing as a society when people don't even know what the plague doctors look like.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
I saw one video where this couple was going into a restaurant or something, and the host stopped them because the woman had a mask on and the man didn't. And he's like, "Oh, come on, man, we're just going to our table." And he's like, "I'm sorry, man, I can't let you in." He's like, all right, hey, can you and I guess he said something to his girlfriend or wife, and she's took her underwear off because she had a dress on. You couldn't see it, and she gave the underwear to him, and he put the thong over his mouth. And then they let him in.
They let him in?
They let him in. Let him in.
Let him in. Good for them. I give them kudos because you know what?
I mean, he had a covering on.
Obviously not suitable enough, but I don't even give a shit. Dude, I would totally let that dude in. Like, Kudos to you, dude, that you got your girl
well-
to take her panties off right then and there and put it on your face in public. Like, I don't even think I could pay my wife to do that.
He has pink eye in both eyes. Like
Maybe. Happily, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, pink eye sucks though. I'd be like, that's cool. I don't, well.
I'm not gonna lie, I never had pink eye. I have no idea.
Okay, all I will say is whenever I got it, it was like it came on strong. When I woke up in the morning, I literally could not open my eyes. I couldn't. They were like glued shut with like sleep and goo. It was gross. I had to manually like pry my eye open.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it like hurt because it was like pulling the skin. It was like, ugh! And you look in the mirror and you just look like you face planted into some type of weird cereal, and there's just like little bits of shit all over your eyes. It's really gross.
So what happened? Was that the night Caitlin farted on your face?
It was when I was in high school. So I knew Caitlin in high school, so yes, she did fart in my face. We're trying to do some kinky stuff. No, I knew Caitlin in high school, but we weren't like really close. Like we just kind of said, hey, that was it. Not knowing like eventually I'm gonna have 3 kids with this weirdo.
Yeah, meaning like you just like popped them suckers in and said you're locked down now.
Dude, I straight up because she's like, I'm going places and I'm like blah blah blah, and I'm like, dead ending my life, and then I'm just like,
gotcha. You're gonna put a baby in her to keep her around,
Yeah, success. I tell her all the time, you married down, and she's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, you're just telling yourself that.
We had this conversation, like How I Met Your Mother, the Reacher and the Settler.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know it, and I mean, she can be in denial. That's totally cool. I prefer that because then it makes me feel like I'm actually contributing.
Yeah, for sure. I totally understand it. I'm on the same boat, dude.
Her, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
dude, I'm like way down there. Like I'm like underground. She's like way over there in the attic somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, she's like a tele-nurse, and she's like helping people, and you're just like farting around and doing all these hobbies and
doing whatever, sitting in the corner, sitting here.
Hey, you're fun. You're fun though. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about how things have changed, like drastically, at least for me, and these may be hit and miss for you because you don't go out nearly as much as I do at all, actually.
Yeah.
But I will say, and I mentioned this before in our traffic episode, our first actual episode after our intro, where I talked about how COVID's been going on for so damn long, but traffic has been like next to nothing, which where I live in Austin, it's crazy, usually crazy. Like, I mean, I would spend an hour on my way to my job and an hour on my way home at the end of the day. And now I'm like at my job, and I was in the van for like a half hour, and then like maybe 35, 40 minutes to get home from my jobs. My jobs are across town, mind you.
I don't remember if we had talked about this during our jobs episode or not. I don't know if it was our jobs or our traffic episode, either or.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had talked about how there was little to no difference at one point, and then it was like a ghost town. I feel like a lot of people though started working at home.
Yeah, and we did bring that up, and I'll bring it up really quick so we're not repeating ourselves weeks later. But I feel like what's happened is a lot of people started working from home, and then the head honchos of these different companies realized they're still getting the same amount of work done. They're still doing well. They're still contributing. So let's just run with this shit. Just stay at home. As long as you keep up what you're doing now, stay at home. But then the problem with that is people aren't going out and buying lunches anymore. There's less people out in the economy. They're at home. But
you know what bothers me about that? We talk about how we want such an amazing economy, but we need people out there spending their money. Like, why isn't it good that we're saving our money for doing things we actually want to enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, and that's God, that is like an off-air segue into politics that we could get into, but we won't get into now. But yes,
I
but it's
certainly
funny
can't get into
because,
it.
huh?
I certainly can't get into it.
Well, by politics, I mean it's something that we would agree on, but we'll get into it whenever we're not talking about this shit. But yeah, we would agree on it for sure.
That's something for the Mindless Midnight Show.
I mean, really, that's on the Mindless Midnight Show is no bars. Like we go wherever the hell we want, essentially, with that political whatever.
Now I know you guys are going to go and look for the Mindless Midnight Show. It's not there yet.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times, but it's extra work for us at the moment. So we do have a guest coming up. I won't say who yet. We'll keep that a surprise, but we do have a guest coming onto the show. We are probably going to be going on a couple more podcasts soon. Things are going to happen, and eventually the Mindless Midnight Show will happen as well. But
yeah, we get fancy, yo. But for anybody listening to us on our morning show, the midnight show is going to be explicit, extremely explicit.
We
should
swear
be
here.
Yeah, we should be explicit here technically, maybe, but we're kind of not. We're 13 and up, I'd say.
Yeah,
but I mean, we will be full on rated R during our Mindless Midnight Show. So, like, if you're easily offended, please don't even bother.
Yeah, just stick with the morning show. I mean, yeah, we can do both. We can be nice and friendly or evil. So, yeah, I looked at the camera and said evil.
Yeah, we're both.
Oh God, get back! That's terrible. That is just god awful. Don't ever do that again. No. For those of you not watching, he got a little too close to the camera, and it made me gag a little bit.
Yeah,
no,
I had some eye boogers.
God. So another thing that was weird, and this actually does pertain to me quite a bit because I do new construction remodel, but I meet a lot of people, and there's no more handshakes. Gone. No more. No one wants to do handshakes anymore. So now it's fist bump. Fist bump people.
I know people that don't even do that. They'll just use an elbow.
Elbow, yeah. Well, the fist bump thing is fine, but I guess I took it too far. Like he held his like fist out, and I went like, bam, as like hard as I could, because I thought that's what it was, and I broke one of his knuckles, and he was pretty pissed.
Did you really?
No, none of that is true. Like, who doesn't know how to fist bump?
I was about to say, like, you like really went out there and full force punched this motherfucker to break his knuckle, dude. That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. You got my respect.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. That's funny as hell.
Yeah,
because we used to play Bloody Knuckles, man.
Bloody Knuckles.
Do you remember that game?
Oh
my god.
Yeah, it was a national treasure that no one wanted to play, but you felt like you had to.
I don't remember the other game, but this one.
The quarters. Yes. You slide the quarter and you try to. Man.
Dude,
there's some people that probably don't know what we're talking about. Basically, it's a game where you hurt each other, and for some reason, it was popular.
I'm trying to look somewhere.
Kids are dumb. Battle Scar for quarters game. You've lived a life, bro.
Yeah, man.
You've lived one hell of a dangerous life.
Quarters.
and this is another thing that's you definitely see it in dentist office and doctor's offices, but like you get a temperature check every time you go into the door. Like that was kind of weird to like it felt dystopian. Like it felt like there was a zombie virus going on almost, and you have to get checked like whenever you go into like a dental office or something like that. They I don't know how they work. These really fancy ass thermometers that are like a little gun looking thing, and they put it like 6 to 8 inches away from your forehead.
So first off, those things are total garbage. Because to me,
it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it's effective or possible.
To me, as an HVAC tech, I have a very similar instrument, and we know.
Okay.
It's garbage. It's
nice.
It takes surface temperature. It's not going to tell you what the hell's coming out of the vent.
Right.
But we point it there, And people like it because they say, hey, that looks good. Because you know what? The vent's cold as hell because it's right there. It's metal. It's getting the cold air.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
We're taking the surface temperature of that. We're not taking temperature out of the air. We don't care.
Right.
We don't know the difference.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, it looks fancy. I like it.
I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to a room at Disney, did absolutely nothing, told the people I did something, and they said, yes, it feels absolutely better. You talk a game and you talk them up, dude, and you like act like you're working. It's all in their mind. They have
it's
clue.
The placebo effect, straight up.
It
right
is.
There.
Like
right there.
I can't tell you. Like it's almost sad how many people.
I mean,
feel with that. Like because like, I wouldn't find anything wrong. Because
well, I mean, if there's nothing wrong, you can't fix anything. I get that too at work. Like
there's things that I just can't. If it's not broken, I can't fix it. I'm sorry. I mean, it might be a little messed up, but I can't take something from messed up to fix. I gotta I could take it from messed up to broke to fix. I could just break it, and then we can fix it. But
I can take it from fixed to broken.
Yeah.
There was actually a guy. I don't think he's listening. I'm not gonna say any names, but me and one of my plumber friends would talk about him sometimes because every time, yeah, how'd you know? Every time he would do a service call, he would break something in their house. And so
this was on purpose or accident?
No, it was he would accidentally break something.
Wow.
Like,
so he was just that clumsy.
Yeah, well, and it was whatever he was trying to fix, he would break trying to fix it. And so it got to the point where it happened so often. Me and one of my other plumbers friends, he would be talking to the boss, and we're like over 100 feet away, kind of seeing the conversation. And I'd look over at him and be like, I couldn't fix it, so I broke it. And that was just like so we would see him and always be like, I couldn't fix it, so I broke it. Meh.
Yeah, no, that's out of control.
Dude, it was so. So I imagine he's like working on like, be really careful with that faucet. Oh yes, ma'am. Bam, bam. Like I don't know how he broke shit. But yeah, so that cracked me up. But going back to what we were talking about is like, you know, those thermometers, whether they work well or not at all, which clearly they don't seem to be working that well. You've got the experience of that. It still gives you the feeling of like, this is kind of dystopian almost. I mean, I get it that it's necessity for what's happening in the world, and it's a requirement to get into the business or to do this. But it's like, does he have the zombie gene? Beep, beep, you're clear. Okay, next. Beep, beep, you're clear. It's just
the one thing I always found funny, especially because I talk to a lot of people that still work at Disney still.
Yeah.
And the one thing that was funny to me, they say this, you know, this is the Wuhan flu, whatever, the China flu, whatever. I don't care where it came from. Yeah. It's COVID. They had all these thermometers from China.
Oh yeah.
I mean, most things are, but to me though, what's really cool and what is effective is the cameras that they have now. A little weird, but they're there. They, you know, because we have infrared technology. That's been something we've had for many, many years with the military and everything else. But now they're using it in theme parks. So like they'll watch you walking in, and if they see like your 100 or so more, they'll know. And with those cameras are a little bit better because they're not so much taking all of the surface temperature. They're like, there's a little bit that is surface temperature, but I mean, for the majority of it, like you're getting internal temperatures of everything. So it's a lot more effective.
Yeah.
Than the typical just surface temperature.
Dystopia. Yeah,
it's definitely weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And I mean, it's for my experience, it's mainly just been like dental offices and just regular doctor offices. I can't think of there's like a convenience store where the guy's like beep beep, like that's a little too much. But I've noticed that. Well, one thing that I've noticed, and it's actually kind of funny to me, is now anytime somebody sneezes, somebody will be like, "You got COVID!" Like it's like, oh my God. So,
no, man, I just hit a joint. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I have been doing, at least on job sites, whenever there's like electricians, or because I know a lot of these guys, because we all kind of have the same builders that build houses all over town. So when I go to a job, I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in like a couple weeks or whatever." So I know them well enough to joke with them. So like literally every time I sneeze, I go, "There's COVID!" And I say COVID when I sneeze, just because I think it's fun. But I don't plan on doing that.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? So,
how else is everybody really gonna take it? It is what it is.
I mean, you just I sneezed, guys. Sneezing doesn't automatically mean you're sick.
Yeah, before like somebody would sneeze, "Oh, bless you," or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
you got COVID.
Yeah.
Like the worst face ever. It's one thing my wife says. She's like, "I think you're an attractive man, but you have some of the nastiest looking faces I've ever seen." And I just go,
yeah, I mean, at least she's honesty. I don't think I've ever heard that from I'd probably cry if my wife said that to me.
That you're attractive, but
Yeah.
you're attractive, but you make some horrible faces.
Oddly enough, though, my wife is attracted to this.
Yeah, well, Jesus Christ. You need to make sure you hang on to that because you are just a train wreck.
I already got her locked down, dude. I already put a kid in her and had her pop it out. So.
Oh, yeah.
Locked in
That's
place.
simple. Just that simple. Done.
Absolutely.
Well, before we sign off on this glorious pandemic special episode, I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on a possible vaccine. What are your thoughts on that happening? Like if they said tomorrow they got one.
I want to hear yours first.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very weary. It seems a little rushed.
Yeah.
You know? I just it seems rushed, it seems experimental, and I know that they're supposed to be doing X amount of tests, and I'm mindless, so I'm going to say whatever the hell I want here, but I feel like I don't want to be a guinea pig right now. And I know they are doing trials and they are doing tests, but how big are the pools of people that are getting there's just so many questions and so many things that I just don't know, and kind of don't want my kids to be guinea pigs, and I don't want to be a guinea pig, and I don't. Not only that, because COVID as a whole right now, if I get it, I will probably be fine. I will just stay home and not do shit for at least 2 weeks and just chill and get over it. And I'm confident that I will get over it, that I'd be able to get over it. So taking a vaccine that I don't really know about, and it seems to me kind of rushed whenever you think about all these other vaccines that have come out and they've gone through like several years of trials before they're like, okay, this is fine. I'm kind of like, it seems a little too quick. It seems too quick. And that's about where I'm at.
So I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm very skeptical. Project Warp Speed is interesting to say the least, because it's something that I definitely feel is very beneficial overall, and I think something that should be done with just about everything.
Sure.
Because this isn't just us in the US. This is
right.
This is Australia. This is England.
Oh, man.
This is everywhere. China. All of us coming together, putting who we test, the results of what we test, all that together.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
It's a massive collaboration, man.
And probably I won't say this for sure because I don't really know, but probably the first time in history something like such has happened where all our nations come together.
I could see it with the internet the way it is now. I mean, it's more possible than it ever was before.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Actually, I'll really collaborate on something in real time.
Yeah, no, for sure. My biggest thing is COVID is a form of SARS, which, if you don't know, SARS is a severe acute respiratory syndrome virus. So this is something that happens. All the SARS known prior have been less than 1,000 cases per year in the U.S. It's something that kind of dies out. This is a little more, of course, a lot more.
It seems to be easy to contract, easy to spread.
Yeah,
that's what
it's a lot more. But my thing is, when it comes to a vaccine, there has not been any kind of vaccine for any SARS, for any strain of SARS.
Oh,
so for this one to just miraculously
that is weird
with the vaccine, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of shit.
Well, that's for good reason.
So for me, it's just kind of one of those things that I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see who takes it, who gets it, how they feel, what it does to them.
Yeah.
Do they avoid it? Do they contract it? Are they gonna die?
Will they become raging zombies?
Yeah.
And the zombies World War Z where they sprint. That shit is no fun. Living in a world like that where they sprint.
I'm totally cool if they walk, but if they run, dude, I might as well just off myself. I ain't living with that.
That's it. Y'all made
they run?
Okay, hello. Y'all made it really unfair. That's not fair. That's not. Oh, you're telling me they can climb on each other and build bridges out of their bodies? That's not fair.
Or build a super zombie, all one.
God.
Oh
my God. Yeah, that's just too
so.
much.
I mean that's where my skepticism lies. It's one of those things that it's not been done before. What's different now?
Yeah.
Whoever's in office doesn't mean a damn thing to me. It's
sure.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry, but whoever's sitting in that chair means no difference in science. Are we going to cure this? Right. Are we not going to cure this?
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it?
And you know what? If it really comes down to whoever is sitting in that chair is whether or not we get cured or not, that's pathetic. And
and that's not it. That's not it. So
totally terrible. So.
Well, guys, that's COVID for you. I will say one thing. It's just a little funny tidbit to end the episode. In our RPG game that we are developing, you can catch diseases. That's a thing. And we are going to name one of the diseases Anorak, which is Corona backwards. Oh, why not, right? We got the power.
Yeah. So
it'll crash the game. You can never play it again.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll take your IP. It basically takes your IP address after that and bans it. You won't ever be able to play it. You can buy it again if you want.
Why are you telling our plan, bro? You're telling our plan. No, we're not that smart to do whatever the hell that is. So yeah, that's just one little tidbit to end it on a fluffy note. So
yeah, and we hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, and have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is you're listening.
Don't forget to check out the website, mindlessmorningshow.com. Also, be sure to subscribe, follow, share, do whatever you got to do.
Let's spread the joy.
Yeah, we want to spread like coronavirus.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Especially because 2020 has been terrible. And we wanted to start this podcast to try to bring something that'll...
And if you haven't noticed, we avoided politics.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
A lot of places won't do that. We're here to avoid that for you so you can just be happy.
Just chill and just don't worry about it, man. I mean, there's a lot of things to worry about this year, truly. But if you just hang out and listen to us and join our community and bullshit with us, and we'll just keep doing shows, and we'll keep them fun and lighthearted.
And I mean, hopefully you're actually listening to us, because now that I'm realizing this, it's the 4th. So, I mean, you're probably sitting at the edge of your seat waiting for those full-on results of the elections and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kudos to whoever wins. Try again next time to whoever loses, whatever. I don't know. It is what it is, dude. Like, you all have to remember we're still human beings and we're all in it together. That's all I can say. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know what else I could possibly say.
I'm gonna say, y'all have yourselves a mindless Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Are you done buying up all the damn toilet paper?
No can do. I got messy poo.